全国翻译专业资格水平考试指定教材，英语口译实务2级，由外文出版社有限责任公司出版发行，版权所有，翻录必究。第1单元，会议致辞
Conference Address
课文口译英汉口译口译课文
My lords and members of the House of Commons, I am most grateful for your loyal addresses and the generous words of the Lord Speaker and Mr. Speaker. This great institution has been at the heart of the country and the lives of our people throughout its history. As parliamentarians, you share with your forebears a fundamental role in the laws and decisions of your own age. Parliament has survived as an unshakable cornerstone of our Constitution and our way of life. History links monarchs and Parliament, a connecting thread from one period to the next. So, in an era when the regular, worthy rhythm of life is less eye-catching than doing something extraordinary, I am reassured that I am merely the second sovereign to celebrate a diamond jubilee. As today, it was my privilege to address you during my silver and golden jubilees. Many of you were present 10 years ago, and some of you will recall the occasion in 1977. Since my ascension, I have been a regular visitor to the Palace of Westminster and, at the last count, have had the pleasurable duty of treating with 12 prime ministers. I am very pleased to be addressing many younger parliamentarians, and also those bringing such a wide range of background and experience to your vital national work. During these years as your queen, the support of my family has, across the generations, been beyond measure. Prince Philip is, I believe, well known for declining compliments of any kind. But throughout, he has been a constant strength and guide. He and I are very proud and grateful that the Prince of Wales and other members of our family are traveling on my behalf in this Diamond Jubilee year to visit all the Commonwealth realms and a number of other Commonwealth countries. These overseas tours are a reminder of our close affinity with the Commonwealth, encompassing about 1/3 of the world's population. My own association with the Commonwealth has taught me that the most important contact between nations is usually contact between its peoples. An organization dedicated to certain values, the Commonwealth has flourished and grown by successfully promoting and protecting that contact. At home, Prince Philip and I will be visiting towns and cities up and down the land. It is my sincere hope that the Diamond Jubilee will be an opportunity for people to come together in a spirit of neighborliness and celebration of their own communities. We also hope to celebrate the professional and voluntary service given by millions of people across the country who are working for the public good. They are a source of vital support to the welfare and well-being of others, often unseen or overlooked. And as we reflect upon public service, let us again be mindful of the remarkable sacrifice and courage of our armed forces. Much may indeed have changed these past 60 years, but the valor of those who risk their lives for the defense and freedom of us all remains undimmed. The happy relationship I have enjoyed with Parliament has extended well beyond the more than 3,500 bills I have signed into law. I am therefore very touched by the magnificent gift before me, generously subscribed by many of you. Should this beautiful window cause just a little extra color to shine down upon this ancient place, I should gladly settle for that. We are reminded here of our past, of the continuity of our national story, and the virtues of resilience, ingenuity, and tolerance which created it. I have been privileged to witness some of that history, and, with the support of my family, rededicate myself to the service of our great country and its people now and in the years to come.
汉英口译，口译课文。很高兴时隔5年再次来到达沃斯，出席世界经济论坛年会。达沃斯小镇十分宁静祥和，但我们所处的世界却并不平静。国际社会需要应对新局势。我还听说，达沃斯曾经是治疗肺病的疗养地，因为盘尼西林的发明而转型。时至今日，达沃斯已经成为头脑风暴的治理中心，世界已需要新的盘尼西林来应对新挑战。毋庸讳言，当今世界远非太平，地区热点、局部冲突以及恐怖袭击等此起彼伏，对人类社会构成现实威胁。全球经济又复苏乏力，主要经济体走势分化，大宗商品价格反复波动，通货紧缩迹象更雪上加霜。不少人对世界前景抱有悲观情绪，认为不仅和平与安宁出了问题，发展也难见曙光。有哲人说过，当问题出现的时候，不能用曾经制造问题的办法去解决它。老问题的解决不能再从对抗、仇恨、封闭中谋答案，新问题的应对更要在对话、协商、合作中找出路。我们要吸取历史经验，运用时代智慧，寻求各方利益的最大公约数。面对复杂的国际局势，我们主张要坚定维护和平稳定。今年是世界反法西斯战争胜利70周年，保持世界和平稳定，符合各国人民共同利益。二战后形成的国际秩序和普遍公认的国际关系准则，必须维护而不能打破，否则繁荣和发展也就无从谈起。面对多元的世界文明，我们主张要共同促进和谐相处。文化多样性与生物多样性一样，是我们这个星球最值得珍视的天然宝藏。人类社会是各种文明都能盛开的百花园，不同文化、不同宗教之间都应相互尊重，和睦共处，同可相亲，意宜相敬。国际社会应以海纳百川的胸怀，求同存异，包容互鉴，合作共赢。口译实践，英汉口译。
Congratulations! Melinda and I are excited to be here. It would be a thrill for anyone to be invited to speak at a Stanford commencement, but it's especially gratifying for us. Stanford is rapidly becoming the favorite university for members of our family, and it's long been a favorite university for Microsoft and our foundation. Our formula has been to get the smartest, most creative people working on the most important problems. It turns out that a disproportionate number of those people are at Stanford. Right now, we have more than 30 foundation research projects underway here. When we want to learn more about the immune system to help cure the worst diseases, we work with Stanford. When we want to understand the changing landscape of higher education in the United States so that more low-income students get college degrees, we work with Stanford. This is where genius lives. There's a flexibility of mind here, an openness to change, an eagerness for what's new. This is where people come to discover the future and have fun doing it. There are so many remarkable things going on here at this campus, but if Melinda and I had to put into one word what we love most about Stanford, it's the optimism. Optimism is often dismissed as false hope, but there is also false hopelessness. That's the attitude that says we can't defeat poverty and disease. We absolutely can. Optimism, for me, is not a passive expectation that things are going to get better. For me, it's a conviction and a belief that we can make things better. So no matter how much suffering we see, no matter how bad it is, we can help people if we don't lose hope and if we don't look away. The modern world is an incredible source of innovation, and Stanford stands at the center of that, creating new companies, new schools of thought, prize-winning professors, inspired art and literature, miracle drugs, and amazing graduates. Whether you are a scientist with a new discovery or working in the trenches to understand the needs of the most marginalized, you are advancing amazing breakthroughs in what human beings can do for each other. At the same time, if you ask people across the United States, is the future going to be better than the past? Most say no. My kids will be worse off than I am. They think innovation won't make the world better for them or their children. So who is right? The pessimists are wrong, in my view, but they are not crazy. If innovation is purely market-driven, and we don't focus on the big inequities, then we could have amazing advances and inventions that leave the world even more divided. We won't improve public schools. We won't cure malaria. We won't end poverty. We won't develop the innovations poor farmers need to grow food in a changing climate. If our optimism doesn't address the problems that affect so many of our fellow human beings, then our optimism needs more empathy. If empathy channels our optimism, we will see the poverty and the disease and the poor schools. We will answer with our innovations and we will surprise the pessimists. So here's our appeal to you all. As you leave Stanford, take all your genius and your optimism and your empathy and go change the world in ways that will make millions of people optimistic. You don't have to rush. You have careers to launch and debts to pay and spouses to meet and marry. That's plenty enough for right now. But in the course of your lives, perhaps without any plan on your part, you will see suffering that's going to break your heart. And when it happens, don't turn away from it. That's the moment that change is born.
汉英口译。很高兴来到素有波罗的海跳动的心脏之称的李家，出席第5次中国中东欧国家领导人峰会。我仅代表中国政府对拉维托亚政府和库钦斯基斯总理为此次会晤所做的精心准备和周到安排表示感谢，对欧盟、奥地利、瑞士、希腊、白俄罗斯、欧洲复兴开发银行作为观察员与会表示欢迎。 今年9月，在中国杭州成功举办的20国集团领导人峰会，围绕构建创新、活力、联动、包容的世界经济达成广泛共识，强调重振国际贸易和投资2大引擎，构建开放型世界经济。杭州峰会得到国际社会广泛赞誉，普遍认为具有开创性、方向性、标志性意义，为摆脱世界经济困局提供了新思路，为深化国际合作指明了新方向。16+1合作是中国与中东欧国家友好合作的创新举措。5年来，在我们的共同努力下，16+1合作日趋成熟，渐入佳境。中国同16国高层互访频繁，政治互信得到巩固，各领域合作扎实推进，开放包容、互利共赢的新型伙伴关系不断加强。去年苏州会晤以来，我们按照中国、中东欧国家合作中期规划的大方向，全面落实1+6合作框架，取得了丰硕成果。斯坦纳里火电站并网发电，斯梅代雷沃钢厂并购成功，匈塞铁路等重点项目取得阶段性进展，经贸、人文、地方、青年等近20个领域的合作实现了机制化。林业、法院、政党、首都等新领域的合作也陆续开辟。中国、中东欧国家合作苏州纲要确定的50多项举措已基本落实。当前，世界经济复苏依然乏力，地区热点和局部冲突此起彼伏，恐怖主义、难民问题等非传统安全威胁日益凸显，不稳定、不确定因素增多，给各国的发展带来了严峻挑战。新形势下，我们的共同利益在增加，相互需求也在增加，携手推进16+1合作向更大范围、更宽领域、更高层次发展，不仅将更多造福中国和中东欧人民，也会有力推动世界和平与发展。